Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. My name's Crystal and today we're going to go through the 5 things that I wish I knew before starting a beauty related YouTube channel in 2020. So before we get into the video, do not forget to subscribe to my channel before you leave and give this video a big thumbs up. It helps me out so much, you have no idea. And also jump on over to my Instagram and go and give me a follow over there. I will have my Instagram handles on the screen for you guys to go and check me out over there. And without further ado, let's just get straight into the video. So I thought I'd do something a little bit different today. I normally have most of my stuff on my channel very beauty orientated. We're either doing makeup tutorials or makeup reviews or talking about artistry kits, but today I really wanted to focus on literally YouTube itself and the things that I wish I was prepared for when I started my account. So I actually started my YouTube account I think back in 2016, I think it was when I first started, and then I just gave it up. I wasn't getting the results that I was hoping for. I was a lot younger, I was a lot more naive, and I literally thought if I uploaded a video it would get like 1,000 subscribers, it would get heaps of views. Like, I just thought it was kind of a matter of put it out there and it'll just come to you. Like, you didn't really have to put in the effort. So I did it for about like maybe 3 weeks and then I got over it. I was just kind of like, I'm not getting the return on the effort that I'm putting in. And that is the first thing that I want to talk about. Consistency is key. So the reality is, if you do not put the content out there for people to actually review and look at and maybe take something from your content, then it's not going to get seen. And if you aren't consistent, like, you could put one video out there, but that means that you've got a less chance of people actually seeing your content or seeing something that they are personally interested in, and then looking at your other videos that you've put up on YouTube and then thinking, oh, this person's really cool. I actually really like where they're going with their channel. I like their personality. I like the way that they look, all that sort of stuff, like silly things to think about. But I mean, all that kind of stuff. And then they might subscribe to your channel and consistently watch your videos. But the reality is, unless you consistently put your content out there, it's not gonna happen. Like, people aren't going to be drawn to your channel. People aren't gonna wanna watch what you've created, and they're not gonna hear your message. So for example, my message here on this channel is very clear. It's very much beauty, all that sort of stuff, techniques, makeup artistry, how to build your kit, makeup school, all that sort of stuff. My message is very clear in terms of what I do. Every now and then I throw in a fitness vlog and just see how it goes. It doesn't tend to ever do really well, so I've kind of just stopped doing that. I mean, that was something that I was doing on the side as something a bit fun, but it doesn't seem to resonate with the audience that I currently have at the moment. So I have less than 1,000 subscribers. I'm actually really proud of the subscribers that I have. I think small is good. I really engage well with the people that are currently on my channel. Engagement is a big one as well, so consistency with your engagement. If people comment on your videos, reply. Don't just make them feel like they've wasted their time commenting on your video. Make them feel like they have the time and the effort put in from the content creator, and make it a personalized experience. I mean, consistency with that sort of stuff is great. Also, make sure you let your audience know when you're uploading, and make sure that schedule is consistent as well. I kept on changing my schedule, so I've been doing YouTube consistently since January this year. Starting a channel in 2020 is kind of like you're up against the world. It's very hard to be noticed and to develop growth now, because everybody's doing YouTube. Like, it's a lot of fun. It's a place where you can be creative. It's an outlet for a lot of people. And I mean, why wouldn't you? I mean, I've learned so much since doing YouTube. It's been fantastic, but like, my growth hasn't been probably super fast. But I mean, that's the thing. We're learning, it's still new. So now I've kind of got a set routine. I'm trying to upload 3 times a week now, which is Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. I'm going to try and keep that consistency up. I let my audience know. I tell them if I'm not going to be uploading on that Monday. That Monday is kind of like an extra video whilst I still can, like whilst we're still in lockdown and I have the time to be doing my editing and stuff like that. So for me, that's something that I think is really crucial, is to not only be consistent, but let your audience know about your consistency as well, and engaging with your audience through comments. So another thing I wish I knew was that you could have a bomb ass thumbnail, you could have a bomb title, people are still not going to watch your videos. And that's because of the algorithm. It's, your video is not going out to everyone. Like, not everybody on YouTube is going to see your videos. I mean, it's not like you're a Kylie Jenner and then you upload a video and like millions of people see it. You've got to have a real down-to-earth reality check if that's what you think YouTube's about. This is a space to be creative. This is a place to express yourself. It's not about trying to be famous. I mean, I use this channel as an escape for me. I work in a professional services space and makeup artistry is my side hustle. hustle, and YouTube is where I get to express myself. And like I said a little bit earlier, I have learned so much about marketing, so much about branding, so much about editing. Like, this has been such a great learning experience. Every single time I do a video, I feel like I've learned something new, and like I can really appreciate that. So that's what I'm getting out of YouTube, is like self-growth and development in skill set. And I know that I'm talking about makeup artistry and makeup kits and tutorials and stuff like that, but that's my passion, and that's what this is about for me, is making sure that my passion is alive through creating content for you guys, and then talking to like-minded people and engaging on these great topics. So if you are doing YouTube to literally get famous or whatever, it's not gonna happen. Like, it might happen. I mean, some people out there, they completely blow up. So it's not saying it's like never gonna happen, but it's like 1%. And you've got to be very unique in order to get that, especially if you're starting up a makeup or beauty YouTuber channel these days. It's such a saturated market. There is just so many people out there that are super creative, super talented, really good at editing. They have all the skills. They really do stand out, because a lot of people just push content out and they just want it out there, and they're just like, come on people, view my stuff, view my stuff. So I mean, people might not watch it. I mean, you put it out there, you might get 40 views. Like, I think a standard view amount for me at the moment isn't very high. It's less than 100, but you know what? Somebody's watching my videos, and I'm so appreciative of those people that have actually taken the time to watch my videos. I just think it's so fantastic, and that kind of leads on to my next point, which is to stay humble. So this is a space for you to be creative. This is a space for you to learn. This is a place for you to communicate. And that's part of the reason why I started my channel in the first place, was to meet like-minded people and talk to them about makeup and beauty and all that sort of stuff, and like get recommendations from one another. I mean, that's what this was about for me, and that hasn't changed, and that never will change. That's just who I am. But I kind of have to remind myself on a couple of occasions, if the numbers aren't going up at all and they've stayed stagnant for a period of time, stay humble and make sure you remember why you do this. You're doing this for the right reasons, and just to refocus, because yeah, every now and then I can get caught up in the numbers too. Like, I'm a statistics person. I like KPIs, I like numbers, I like seeing growth, and I like to see it in a statistical form. So for me to not see numbers growing, it's kind of like a real slap in the face for me. But I mean, as long as you stay humble, as long as you remember why you started this in the first place, you will be successful one way or another, because you will feel a lot of self-achievement just from creating content. And that is the key message here, is that I wish that before I started my channel that I was a bit more grounded in that humble mindset, because I have come back to it a couple of times where I've gone, oh, I'm not good enough at doing my editing, or my content's not good enough because people aren't watching it, and blah blah blah. But you know what, if just one person watches your video, you have impacted that person's day on some level just from being online. So staying humble is super important if you are planning on starting a channel in 2020, especially in beauty and makeup. And it really does set the precedence for your expectations in the future. So I mean, the reality check of the fact that we all aren't going to live a Kim Kardashian lifestyle after uploading one video is really important here. And don't let that disgruntle you from being consistent and making more content and putting yourself out there, because at the end of the day, what have you got to lose? Like, go for it. We're in a world where you can chase your dreams, manifest that for yourself, go for it. The next thing is that I kind of wish I knew before I started my channel that it's probably going to take years to get monetized. So the reality is that everyone goes, oh, I only need to get 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours just to get monetized. You might get monetized like 1 cent a month after that. I'm like, I don't know what the numbers are. I'm not monetized, so I wouldn't know. But like, getting the 1,000 subscribers is probably the easier part. It's the 4,000 watch hours. That is equivalent to a lot of watch time. Let me just calculate it on my phone now. 240,000 watch hours. Like, I think at the moment I have maybe 500 watch hours or something like that. It's not very high at all. You need to have quite a few videos that are very successful for you to reach that. And that again comes back to my first point of needing to be consistent. If you're not consistent, you're not going to get your content out there, it's not going to be seen, and therefore you're not going to get your watch hours. So it all kind of connects together. So there is a lot of marketing involved in YouTube, and that can be quite tricky sometimes to get your head around. So the reality is that monetization on YouTube is hard to get. So when you think about that, 240,000 watch hours, that's a lot of time. That's a lot of time for people to be sitting there watching your videos. So again, it comes back to that other point, remain humble whilst you're starting your channel, because you need to align what you really want to achieve here. And if it's money, you're not going to do well, because people are going to see straight through that. Like, I mean, I think once upon a time, I might have been thinking, oh my God, I can't wait to get monetized. Like, that's so important. And it's really, really good to keep those numbers as a benchmark, because it can keep you consistent and give you something to chase. But if it's just money you're after, your content isn't going to be that great, because all you're caring about is the dollar figure at the end. You're not actually trying to create something that's holistic, that's going to teach people something, that's going to literally impact their day or impact their lives on some level. It doesn't matter what it is, but impact it on some level. So for example, this YouTube video that I'm creating for you guys right now is literally trying to let you know what the realities are of starting a beauty YouTube channel in 2020 in a very saturated market where there are a lot of content creators across the board, and because we have a lot of time, a lot of people are creating more, which makes it even harder for you to get recognized. So staying humble, being consistent, understanding the algorithm, and knowing that you're not necessarily going to get monetized, and the fact that people might not actually watch your videos can really put in perspective the fact that you are doing this for content, creativity, and growth, not the wrong reason. So the last thing that I wish I knew before I started my beauty YouTuber channel in 2020 is just how time consuming it can be. So when you think about it, I'm trying to upload 3 times a week. Each video I try to keep around 15 to 20 minutes, no longer than that. Sometimes my videos are longer than that, but I try to keep it to a minimum, because at the end of the day, people's attention spans aren't that long, and no one's going to sit there and watch a 45-minute video about you talking about stuff. So again, I'm going to try and keep this video quite short and sweet because I want to get to the point. So it is very time consuming in a sense that you have to shoot the content, edit the content, upload the content, mark the content correctly, and make sure that your marketing is accurate. So for example, with me, I did a lot of work on my marketing a couple of weeks ago just to make sure my branding was cohesive. And again, you don't want to be having like really heavy metal music at the beginning of like a beauty YouTube video, or you're doing a tutorial, like a bridal tutorial or something like that. You want something that's really fitting for the particular scene that you're trying to create. Again, look, people are faster at editing than others. Some videos can take a really long time. Like when you see my videos that have heaps of like overlays that have the product and then the price that sit on the screen and stuff like that, that takes a really long time. So for example, I have a video up on my channel which is of a soft glam bridal inspired makeup tutorial. All of the overlays on that took me forever to edit and get on there. So the reality is you've got to be prepared for the fact that this is going to take up hours and hours of your week, of your day, of your year, and you might not get a return on that. That's just the reality of it. I have really focused on my YouTube channel this year as an escape. So there's a lot of things going on in the world right now that I don't think I fully understand, like the pandemic and stuff like that, that's affecting people in different ways. The way it's affecting me will be very different to how it affects you, and I could never fully understand what you're going through, just as you could never fully understand what I'm going through. So for me, when it all first started happening and there was a lot of panic and there was a lot of uncertainty in the world in terms of what was going on, I actually went to YouTube. You can see in terms of my upload consistencies and just how much I've uploaded, a lot of that has happened during the pandemic phase, because this has been my escape. This has been where I've been able to mentally balance myself, and this is where I have been able to personally grow whilst being at home, because I'm learning new skills such as editing and marketing and all that sort of stuff. So for me, yeah, it's time consuming, but I see it as self-development and worthwhile. So basically bringing everything together that I've talked about in this video, the 5 things that I've mentioned, making sure that you're putting your growth and your self-development at the heart of everything will keep your eye on the prize in terms of just wanting to be consistent and create content. This isn't a competition. This isn't a race with everybody else. This is about you being the best possible version of yourself and connecting with people around the world that you might not have been able to connect with otherwise. So if you can keep that at the forefront of your mind consistently when you are creating videos and when you are pushing more content out, and yeah, it might not get viewed, it might not be particularly popular amongst the crowds of people that are online at the moment, but that's not the point. The point is you growing and being the best possible version of yourself and sharing yourself with the world, because there are so many beautiful people out there that aren't online because they're scared of what people will think. Just go for it. Just go for it. Just be the best version of you. And I think that's something that particularly during this whole pandemic, it's really resonated with me, is there are things that I haven't done because I've cared what other people have thought about me, and I've thought, oh, if I do that, they're gonna say that about me and that's gonna hurt my feelings, or I'm not gonna be okay with that. And there've been a couple of times where I've had to sit there and go, you know what, who cares? Just do it. Just go for it, Crystal. Just absolutely go for it. What have you got to lose? So I hope you guys enjoyed my video. These are the top 5 things I wish I knew before starting my makeup and beauty YouTube channel in 2020, and I hope you guys really enjoyed this kind of left of center kind of video. It's a little bit different from what I normally would produce, but I think it's really cool to put something different out on your channel as well and see who comes across it. If you do like makeup and beauty content and you do like me, do not forget to subscribe before you leave, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. And also do not forget to go and follow me over on Instagram as well. I will have my handles on the screen and in the description box for you guys as well. So again, I hope you like this video, and I will see you next time, and I hope you have a fabulous day. Thanks guys. Bye.